Hi, I am Anindam Mulli and you all are welcome to my channel Technical Ori. I also welcoming you on my C programming course. This is the part 13. So our today's topic is codes on recursion. I will show you some codes on recursion. Now, first there is a factorial of a number using recursion. So how can I calculate a factorial? This is a 5 and this means this exclamatory sign. This is called factorial. How can I calculate the 5 factorial? It is like this formula means 5 then into 4 then into 3 into 2 into 1. If we calculate this value is 120. Then 4 factorial. How can I calculate the 4 factorial? This is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. This is 24. Same is 3 factorial. 3 into 3 minus 1, 2, then 2 minus 1, 1. If we calculate, this is the value 6. This is the, now go to the Devsi. This is the code for calculate the factorial of a number. Like here, this is a code, this is the function, declaration, this is fact function, integer type, and the parameter is passing data type is integer. In the main function, we are declare a variable num of the integer, type is integer, int, then printf enter and enter the number, then take the input scanf function %d and %num. Printf \n factorial of %d equals to %d, then print the num value and fact of num means ultimate the value is printed here. This is our recursive function. In fact, int n. Now, if n is equals to 1, then is return the value 1. Otherwise, else return the n into fact of n minus 1. This is our logic, recursive. This is the recursive call. Fact function is call itself. This is a recursive call. Okay, go to the slide. For an example, we are passing the num value is 3, means fact of 3. So, what is the what is the call? Means, what I'm trying to say that this is the thing. Okay. Now here fact means num value. Num value is means n. Here n value is 3. Now calculate 3. Check if n equals to 1 means if 3 n is 3 equals to 1. Condition is false. Go to the else part. Else part return n into fact of n minus 1 means here what is the function factory done? It is a n. N means 3 into fact of n minus 1 means fact of 3 minus 1. Result become 3 into fact of 2. Then again check it. Call for fact 2. 2 means fact of n. Again go here. Call it means fact of n. Fact of 2. If calculate. Go to the inside the function. Body of function. If n is equals to 1 means 2 is equals to 1. No, condition is false. Go to the else part. Return n into a fact of n minus 1 means what is the function does? This is the n. This is done. The work is n into fact of n minus 1 means n means 2. So 2 into fact of n minus 1 means 2 minus 1 means fact of 1. That means now again call itself. Function call itself. Fact of 1. For fact of 1 come here. Here n value is 1 means fact of 1. Now go to the inside of function. If n equals to 1, can 1 equals to 1? Yes, condition is 2. Then return 1. That means this fact of 1 value is returned. This value is 1. Now 2 into 1 means 2. This 2 value is returned to here means fact of 2. So fact of 2 value is become 2. Now 3 into 2 means 6. This 6 value is returned to the fact 3. So ultimately fact 3 value become 6. This is the calculate and return. Then return. Again it is a evaluate the value, final value with the returning time. This is our code and this is our trace, our function, recursive function fact. Again, calculate GCD of the two number using recursion. Now, what do you mean by GCD? Greatest common divisor. Calculate as among the divisors which divide the both numbers and which are common, means which divides the all. Which now a number which is divide the all numbers, means which are we are input, take the input, a number which is divides the all number means common. It's a common factor of all numbers, and all that number which are the divides the all numbers means the common. Pick the greatest. Okay, pick the greatest number. That is a GCD. Okay, so I show you the code. Go to the .c++. That is the code. In GCD int comma int. This is a function declaration. Main, on the main function, three variable declare of integer data type n1, n2 and res. Printf enter the two number. Scanf %sd, %sd, ampersand n1, ampersand n2. Res, here the function call. Res in the value are stored in the res. GCD of n1 comma n2. This is a function call. GCD function is called. Okay. Now printf GCD of %sd have. This is a value printed. Now this is mainly our recursive function of GCD. Okay. How can I will show you trace the recursive function GCD. In GCD int x comma int y int rem. On the rem we have stored the value x modulus y. After doing the operation, the value of result stored with the rem. Now check if rem equals to 0. If rem equals to 0, then we have returned the value y, value of y. Else return we have returned is GCD of y comma rem. Here it is show you it is a recursive call, means because the GCD function is call own itself, call itself. Okay, means one inside the function is call itself. This is a recursion. This is a recursive call which is on this body. GCD function is call own self, means GCD of y comma rem. Okay, you know the GCD. Now go back to the our slide. Now click on execute, then compile. Then there are no error. So now okay, now click on execute, compile, then run. Like first value is 16 and the value is 40. Result is GCD result is 2. And now one thing I will show you, tell you that trace the code of factorial, but I not show you the running the program and not show the output. So for showing the output, click on the execute, then compile, then click on run. Like we are like to find that 3 factorial. So enter the number, it is 3. This is 6. It is completely matched with our trace. After tracing, we got the fact of 3 value is 6. So our code is absolutely correct, and as our tracing is absolutely correct because our result are matched. So now go to the slide. Okay. Now GCD. Now we are take the as x value is 16 and y value is 14. Okay. I will show you, like here is a code and this is our trace. Now show you like, yes, this is the in GCD index comma int y. Here I will take the x value as 16 and y value is 14. Okay, means in GCD of 16 comma 14. Now first calculate the rem value. How can I calculate? Rem equals to x modulus y, means 16 modulus 14. If you calculate the value is 2. Now if rem equals to 0, calculate. If 2 equals to 0, no, condition is false. Go to the else part. Else, on the else part, what is the statement it say in the else part? return GCD of y comma n. What is the value of y? This value is 14. Means this function is now call itself GCD of x y. Y means 14. 14 comma rem. Rem value is 2. So GCD of 14 comma 2. Now again calculate the rem here. Or calculate the rem value x modulus y. X value is 14 now and y value is 2. So 14 modulus 2. You are the result of rem means remainder is 0. So obviously 0 is stored of the rem. Now again go to the check the condition. If rem equals to 0, yes. If 0 equals to 0, condition is true, which means go to the body of means block of if, then return y. Execute this, return y. What is the y value? Now 2. So this GCD of 14 comma 2 value is return the value of 2. This value is returned here. The GCD of 16 comma 14 is value is 2. So I will show you the output of the GCD function. Execute, compile, run. Now numbers is like 16, then 14. It's 2. Our trace after tracing we have got the value of 2 as well as after code when we run our result is also 2. So our code is also running, also true. Code is right, absolutely what, as well as our traced result is perfect. Okay. Now last, what is the difference? What is the difference between iteration and recursion? Iteration, we do a chart. In the left part is a iteration part and is a right part is a recursion. First point, implemented using loop. Every iterative statement is implemented through the loops. The recursion, where the functions are called itself. Now, in iteration, there is no concept of stack. Now you can ask me that what is stack? Basically, it is a part of data structure. It is another subjects. You are read that another subjects is a stack, but for now it is a things like that. It's a store the data. It's a structure where we have stored the some data. That is like it is a stack. Now here means in iteration there is no need of stack, but in recursion we must use of the stack because data is stored on the stack. Means next. Loops. In iteration we use the loops. The loops may be infinite. I will show you the as for loops. For loops here means that it is we make as infinite loop. But recursion, in recursion is end with the base case. It is become the true. Now size of code in iteration is a bigger. Means if we are look on the codes, iterative code means loop, for loop, while loop, do while loop, the code size is huge. But here in recursion, here is a decreases of the code size. Now last point, iteration is a execution speed is fast, but in recursion execution is very slow execution. Now you ask me what is a base case? Now okay, so go to the our devc. Yes, this is a base case. Rem equals to 0. Now find that if rem value is 0, so we not go to the else part means no recursive call. So this is called base case, means terminating condition. Okay, this is a base case for this GCD function, means terminating condition. So but on the last I will say that another statement, that is recursive means tail recursion. I will show you the tail recursion on my previous video. Tail recursion, and tail recursion is directly converted with the loop by using while. Direct converted to the iterative statements means loop. But in the another recursions, with the using some stacks or some modification, we will convert it to the iterative programs. So recursive program we convert into iterative programs. That is a statement, and keep it in mind. Recursion is very important for your academics as well as your competitive exam. Please, because sometimes you ask for the code some recursion. If you like the recursion,